welcome to Monica's Expressive Creations. I am Monica, the founder of Monica's Expressive Creations. I create journals, planners, notebooks, party favors, digital products, anything stationery or creative I love to do. So last night on my TikTok live, I was creating these lollipop toppers, and I had a request from somebody if asking if I could make a video demonstrating how I made these. So I am going to demonstrate how I made these cute toppers using Cricut and my Canva. So let's get started. So I am in Canva right now, and these are the images that I was working on that I created using Canva, and I'm going to show you how to get your images like this and how to send it to your Cricut. Now I have a Cricut Joy Extra, so I'm going to be demonstrating how to do it on there. First, you're going to go into your Elements tab on the left here, and you're going to type in Halloween. Say if you want to do Halloween images, and then you're going to just look for something that you might like to do. So I have Canva Pro. This has a crown, but let's just, for demonstration purposes, use this. So I am going to make it about 3.3 by 3.3. We'll work with that. Then I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to bring it down, straight down. I'm going to flip vertical. Then I'm going to go back into Elements, and I am going to grab a square shape. I'm going to place that in the middle and bring that about there. Maybe drag this out just a little bit more. And then just make sure that the square is touching the pumpkin. Then you're going to hit position and backward, or you can just hit 2 back. If you want to change the color of this, you can go up here to the circle where it has the color, and you can change the color. So let's make it orange. Then I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to group it. Then I'm going to go into share. I'm going to download it as a PNG with a transparent background. And I'm just going to do the current page. And then I'm going to download. And then it's going to save into my computer. And you just want to give it a name that you're going to remember. So let's do another page. This time, let's go and find a free element. So I'm just going to type in Halloween images. Up at the top where you type in Halloween images, to the right, you'll see these 3 lines with these circles. You'll click on that and click on free. And it will give you some images here. And you want to try to find something that is like a whole image that you can do. So let's try to find something cute yet simple. We already did a pumpkin, so let's see what else we can find. Let's do the skull. Okay, so we're going to bring that down to about 3 inches in height. So it's 2.3 by 3. Depending on the size of your lollipop, you might want your width a little bit bigger. So that's 3.3, and I'm just gonna try to bring this up and try to get all the image on there. So it will be a little bit bigger. So this is about 3.9 in height, but you can also just bring it down a little bit. 3.5 by 2.7, that's pretty close to where I want it to be. So then I'm just going to duplicate it, bring this down. I'm going to flip it vertical, go over to your elements, grab the square, bring the square in. You might have to move it up a little bit. And make sure it's attached. Then you're going to hit position to back. So now this is in the back of the image. And then you're going to highlight it and group. Then you go to share, download as a PNG, transparent background. I'm going to hit done and download that. And then name it what you'll remember. So I'm just going to put Skull Lollipop and hit save. So once I've done that, I'm going to go into my my Cricut, and then I'm going to upload a new image. So I'm going to grab that image, drag it, hit continue, apply. You want to do a flat graphic, continue, upload. So now here's my image, and you see that over to the right where it says Skull Lollipop, there's a red exclamation mark. It's saying the image is too large, which we can just bring this down. And maybe make it 2 inches, about 2 inches by 6. So that's 2 by 6.05. Let's bring this over a little bit more. For some reason it cut off. I'm not sure why. Bring it out just a little bit more. I want it at least 6 inches. Then you want to grab a shape. So I'm going to grab a circle, and I'm going to change the color of this circle so I can see it to white. Then we're going to just bring this down some, and we're going to put that in the middle. That is going to be where the hole is going to be for the lollipop. Now you can make it smaller depending on the size of the stick. Because I was doing Tootsie Roll Pops, the paper is usually a little bit thicker and a little bit harder to get through. So I'm going to leave it at 0.44 inches by 0.44, just so that I could get the lollipop in there. And then this part is going to be a basic cut. The outside is going to be a print then cut. I'm going to upload the other image that I had. We're going to hit browse. We're going to do the pumpkin lollipop image. Continue. Apply and continue. Flat graphic. Continue. Upload. And now it is in our file here. So I'm just going to bring this down to 6 inches. And I think I'm just going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab a shape. We're going to grab a circle. This one is smaller. It's 0.4 by 0.4. Just to show you the difference, I'm just going to do it like that. And let's grab one more image. Go to our uploads. Let's do the trick or treat one. We're going to add that and continue. We're going to make this one smaller as well. And I'm just going to duplicate the whole. Maybe not. Let me just do it like this. I am still learning how to work with my Cricut, so we're going to bring that there. I'm going to make the hole the 0.44. And then we're going to group everything, attach, and then we're going to hit make. And there you have 3 images. I probably could fit one more. So let's try to do one more. We don't want to waste paper. So we're going to detach that. I'm going to click on this and duplicate it. And I'm just going to turn it this way. And once again, I'm going to highlight everything and hit attach. Oh, it's saying the image is too large now. I thought I could fit one more on there, but that's okay. We'll just delete it. And we'll just highlight that again, attach, and make. You always want to try to see if you can fit another image. I thought I could fit it here, but it's saying no. So we'll leave it like that. We're going to hit continue. I'm going to send this to the printer. Click on next. I'm going to be using my system dialog. Click print. Then I'm going to go up here to where it says preferences. Change mine to my rear paper feeder. I am doing this on photo paper glossy. I'm going to use high. Hit OK. Make sure I have paper in my printer. And then hit print. And then once that prints out, you're going to go into your set base materials. So I am just going to click on like cardstock. I was doing it using cardstock, so I'm just going to see how it works, considering I'm using my paper. Let's see what other, let's browse materials first. So I think I'm just going to stick with the light cardstock. And what I'll do is I'm going to do less pressure for this one. And we'll see what happens. So here is our image. It's printing out now. And now we're going to put it on our mat. Okay, so we're going to lay this on our mat. And the paper that I'm using right now is the 30-pound Koala glossy paper. I usually use these to make my chip bags, but we're going to see how it works doing this. Now let's put it into our Cricut. Okay, so because my paper was so thin, this did kind of mess this piece up in there. But let's check out the rest of it. Hopefully everything else came out okay. And it didn't cut this piece all the way through. So we're just going to move that one to the side, but it did cut these other two. Normally I would flip the mat, but I am holding my camera right now as I'm pulling this up just to show you what it looks like. So that is how it looks, and now let's assemble a lollipop. But before we assemble it, just in case you're wondering about sizing, you can always measure your lollipop to see how much of a width you need. So if I take this and go all the way around the lollipop, it comes to about 4 inches. So I try to give at least like 2, maybe 2 1/4 in width. And then if you take it around this way, it'll be about 4 inches as well. So the reason why I made the hole a little bit bigger was so that it would fit all the way up to the top. This hole is a little bit too big, but you can always readjust it. And then you're just going to take your glue. Let me grab my glue here. Just grab your glue, or if you wanted to use your hot glue gun, some form of glue or tape, and then just lay your lollipop in there, line this up, and there you have your lollipop topper. And we'll do one more. We'll do the trick or treat one. And you just want to line this up. And there you go. So it's a little bit off, but we can fix that then. Now, when you're doing letters, just so you know, when you do letters, it's going to have a mirror effect. So if anything, I would suggest just sticking to images instead of words, because then on the other side, it's going to be backward. But that is how you make them. So I hope that this tutorial helps. If you have any other questions, sorry about that. My phone is evidently full of memory, so it cut off the last part that I was saying. But I hope that this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to message me, and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.